I was reading the Seinfeld interview with Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss interviewed him. Great interview. In Seinfeld, he talks about how if you could trade away all your experiences in life, you could swap them out, the most valuable experiences, the ones he would hold on to for the longest, would be his failures. And he talks about being rejected from the Comedy Store in LA by Mitzi Shore, and how that made him, double and quadruple his efforts. The rejection only made his passion and work ethic burn stronger, more vibrantly, and he's thankful for that. He thinks maybe that's exactly what was needed for him to be great, was to be spurned and rejected by someone important and consequential. He needed that slap in the face as a wake-up. In that same interview, he says, it's designed to break human beings, it being stand-up comedy. It's a perfect way to break a person psychologically. So you're sitting there, bombing at these open mics, and you're thinking, are you Jerry Seinfeld? Or just another bum who's going to break psychologically? And I don't mean, are you Jerry Seinfeld in the sense, are you going to be the most famous stand-up comedian in the world? That's a stupid, ridiculous, terrible goal, honestly. It's a very awful thing to pedestal to try to strive for. It's almost entirely destined for failure. Like, oh yeah, 1 in 20 billion chance that happens. You know what I mean? Don't bet on it. I mean, are you Jerry Seinfeld in that, do you have this steely determination to redouble your efforts in spite of repeated failures and rejections trying to crush your spirit? Can you persevere in a way that the work is rewarding enough in and of itself, even if the outcomes are bitter and punishing? Now you might ask yourself, at what point do you just abandon the effort? Why continue punishing yourself like this? Like, what are we doing? The good news is, I'm not terrible at stand-up comedy anymore. I'm not great, I'm not incredible, but I'm pretty darn good at it. I can say that without feeling like I have a massive ego and I don't deserve to say it. I'm getting good at writing jokes. I'm getting faster. I'm still just okay as a performer most of the time, but that's getting a lot better too. So it hasn't been a complete waste. It hasn't been this total failure forever. It's some of the most rewarding work to me, creative work. I thrive on that. For whatever reason, I don't know, creating makes me the most excited. I really like making something that at least feels new. I'm a little bit of a comedy nerd. I've always enjoyed watching and listening to stand-up for a very long time. It's been very gratifying to discover that I can make art like that art that I love.